from Mishmash. One of our shows, called Strange Creatures, is based around a book by Alexis Deacon, which is all about this lovely alien called Beegu. And today we're really lucky because Alexis is going to show us how to draw our very own Beegus.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. Hi, Alexis. Thanks for joining us today. I think you're going to show us how to draw a Beegu. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Wonderful. Very exciting. Okay, so we've got your screen here on the left.
Yeah, this is a Photoshop program that I use. Didn't actually use it when I made Beegu. That was in the early days of computers when we did everything by photocopier. Okay, so usually when I'm drawing Beegu, I start with the eyes. They're the easiest bit. So she's got 3 of them. You just draw 3 circles, and then let's have her looking over there. Yeah, now it's playtime. So after the eyes come the ears, and this is where you get to choose how Beegu is feeling. She looks pretty confused, judging by the way I've drawn her eyes. So I'm going to draw one line, and I'm going to make it wiggly because she is confused. And I'm just going to follow it back to its source. And I'm going to do the same on the other side of her head, just going to make one long wiggly line and follow it back. She's almost done, actually. Beegu's a very simple creature, so it's just a question of joining those bits up. She has a Moomin-like nose and no fingers, which makes life easy. Let's do her waving. She's going to be waving at you all. Hi. And let's do her little belly. And no toes either. So there she is. She is waving hello to everybody.
Amazing. That was quicker than I thought it would be.
Yeah, I mean, we can add a little bit extra. So if I make another layer here, let me just show some of these tools.
That's exciting too. So when you drew Beegu originally, were you drawing with pen and paper, or were you drawing on a computer?
Yeah, no, I was just drawing on pen and paper, and I still do. It's much better.
Yeah.
I never really liked working on tablet surface. I always say it's like trying to stroke a rabbit with gloves on. Like drawing is not really, shouldn't feel like, you know, there should be some resistance there.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And how did you get the idea for Beegu? Was it the story that came first or the character?
It was drawing first. Often I write a script first when I'm making a story, but with Beegu, I was just drawing pictures of characters, and she emerged organically out of that process. She went through quite a lot of other guises, actually. Maybe we could draw a couple of her earlier incarnations.
Yeah, interesting.
Right, I'm going to pick Beegu Yellow.
Okay.
From my web-saved colours. This sort of acid colour, isn't she? Nice and bright. There we go. Right, let's colour her in. Yes, why isn't that appearing? Oh, probably this is a grey picture. We want to turn it colour.
Yeah.
Tricks of the trade here. There we go.
Oh.
And Beegu's yellowness is emerging. So yeah, she actually started out as a bear, and my publishers thought that a giant bear wouldn't be too easy for children to identify with. So I came up with a new story. She was a bear who eventually became a pro wrestler in version 1 of the story. And that didn't fly, so I changed it to an alien. But I always like when I'm writing stories, I kind of forget often that they're for children. I just like writing stories. So they're often thinly veiled metaphors for whatever's going on in my life at that time. I just moved to London then, so writing a story about a small creature lost in the big city seemed to resonate. Well, I say small creature because she began as a giant creature, because I am actually quite tall. So yeah, there she is. There's Beegu. Would you like to see what she looked like before?
Yeah, I'd love to.
I can do an inversion of scale and draw adult Beegu really tiny behind her.
Yeah, fantastic. It's interesting hearing how she came about, because I think that's probably why so many children identify with her too, because they have the same experience of maybe moving school and being in a new
Yeah, I mean, I try, like with all my stories, I think if you root it in your own personal experience and don't try and guess what someone else is feeling, it's going to be more likely to resonate with other people if you're just honest about the way that you're feeling. So yes, absolutely, the context might be slightly different. Not many children are going to know what it's like to look for a job, hopefully. But yeah, lots of children know what it's like to move to a strange place and not know anyone, or feel misunderstood, or struggle to find friends. So all of those things are definitely themes that children can relate to.
Absolutely, and that's a good tip then for kids writing their own stories, that they would just using something that has happened to them, and then hopefully it'll mean something to other people too.
Yeah, in fact, that doesn't tend to be a problem that many children have, because it tends to be more common with adults. When children are writing stories, they tend to find it very easy to remain rooted in their own experience.
Yeah.
But grown-ups, grown-ups less so. We tend to try and you're more complex in the way that you're thinking about stuff. You're more often trying to imagine, oh, what would somebody else think of me? This is what comes crashing on you when you become a teenager. You're suddenly painfully aware of what everybody else is thinking of you. So yeah, grown-up Beegu looked a bit like this. Essentially the same, just a bit broader with smaller eyes.
Yeah.
So I guess what happens to all of us, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Our eyes get smaller in proportion to our body.
Proportion to the rest of our body. Yeah. So yeah,
Still cute. Still very cute.
Still cute.
Thank you so much for doing that, Alexis. That's fantastic.
No problem at all.
Thanks so much to Alexis for showing us how to draw our own Beegus. And if you've drawn one at home, or perhaps even made a stuffed toy like we have here, then please do send us a photo. We'd love to see them at My Mini Mashup. We've also, at the bottom of this video, got links to all our other videos with loads of fun activities. So they're all on our YouTube channel at Mishmash.